4 months ago, I went to New York City where I got to see Fanhome's half-scale Iron Spider, which I was super excited about. And the best part was that they gave me the 2 stages that they had on display there to bring home and put together. The downside was I didn't have instructions. I emailed the individual that actually makes those instructions, and he was still on the trip, so I couldn't get them until after I put it together. And so I just kind of guessed how to do it. And as you can see, this huge model has no screw holes, no apparent openings, and so for that reason, it's kind of like a big brain puzzle. I had to kind of figure it out on my own. And though I did kind of get there, I made a lot of mistakes along the way. Took it apart, put it back together, took it apart, back together. Wouldn't recommend doing it that way. And now they've given me a second chance to not only be able to show you the parts and how they go together, but also see the contents of the box and everything that comes with it. Better stay tuned. This is your Geek Fix. So like I said, I've been having a lot of second chances lately, and luckily I get to see how this thing goes together the correct way, and at the same time also get to see how it actually arrives. So when you first get this, I mean, look at how huge this box is. This is actually as high as I could make my camera go in order to be able to film. But as you can see when you open it up, these are the things that you first see when you get in the box. I actually already took out the brown paper beforehand, but yeah, we've got first off this magazine right here, which is actually the introduction to this model. And as you can see, this is kind of like the Darth Vader one that we looked at last time. This suit is ridiculously intuitive. A quote from the actual movie. As well as this one, Mr. Stark. It smells like a new car in here. This is also known as the 17A suit. On this side, upgrade to premium for this incredibly display case. Oh, the display case is only with the premium. Oh, okay. That's the premium offer, is this display case. Well, that's what I saw him standing on. The thing about this case too is it actually has little drawers to pull out, and it lights up as well. So it is very cool. The total diameter, look at that, 20 inches approximately. The assemble your Spider-Man version Iron Spider. Shows us some of the gifts. I like the shirt. And then, as usual, they always come with one of these posters. This thing is huge. I mean, in person, it's very impressive. Then we have our first two stages right here. I've got my invoice right there. And then we've got our 2 stages of builds, which I'm going to put right here. So there's those, and here's my magazines that go with each. Starting with stage 1, as we get into the magazine itself, I mean, look at this. This magazine's a little bit about the first introduction of Tom Holland's Spider-Man and the suit that he wore in that particular episode. And then we get into our actual mask. So, I'm going to need to pull one end. Kind of helps. Got the Spider-Man face right there. Now, when I put this down, flipping that over, there we go. And it'll be interesting to see how close I came to doing this the right way. But at any rate, so step number 1 does not involve what I did. Actually, step 1 involves these 2 pieces right here. And inside of here, oh, once again, let's also take out our screwdriver here. I do like, this is the first Fanhome kit that I've had that has a screwdriver with bits that are magnetized. Very cool. Like that a lot, actually. I need to take out some of my parts here. Alright, so step 1 really has to do with these eyes right here. As you can see, these eyes, as I lift this up over here, these eyes actually are meant to be magnetic, right? So I can stick them on like that. That is the first thing we're doing, is inserting our magnets, which are inside of here. Unlike our screws, we have an exact number of magnets, so I do need to be careful with those. It does show we go underneath the mask here, and you see how these are shaped like that? I'm going to be sticking them that way into these holes as hard as I can. Just to kind of help that, I'm going to use my back end of my, oh, there we go. I think that's the problem I had the first time, is I didn't realize how to do that and actually tried attaching them from the outside for some reason. So again, doing the same thing, but it's making sure I've got it that way down, making sure I'm pushing it flat so it sticks through, see that? And so now, I put that like that, yep, it sticks on, just like that. Okay, I want to do the same thing over here, again, taking the pointier of the two sides, this side right here, and we're sticking it right into that hole. All right, there we go. And just to make sure it works, whoop, I stuck it through enough, it should, yep, okay, perfect. That was step number one. Step number two, now I'm bringing this piece of the face over here, and I'm going to be taking these two pieces, one right here and one right here, just like that, just holding it just like that. Then I'm going to be bringing in this piece right here and sticking it on top just like that. And then I'm going to start sticking in some of my screws. And now holding those in place, the first one I'm going to start with is the central one, because I think it'll line things up better. It's the one right above the nose right here. Okay, tightening it nice and tight, and almost by itself it'll hold things on. My next two screws will definitely make the rest of it stay together a little bit better, so those come in up here. Okay, and I really want this to be tight as I can get them, I think. I mean, yeah, there we go. Those two are tight. Now let me try the nose again. Okay. Yeah, okay, that's basically holding those on now, just like that. So now I'm going to take this piece right here and this piece right here, and I'm going to be hooking them together just like this. See how those two pieces kind of just slid in there like that? And that holds that on there like this. And as I'm holding those together, I'm now going to take that and stick it onto the front of here, just like that. And then we're going to put in 3 more screws. This time, one right where the nose is. Okay. And then another one, tight as I can. And then I'm going to do this one. Okay. Woo. Look at that. Okay. Pretty good so far. Next, I'm going to be taking these pieces right here. The tabs, by the way, go this direction. So I got this one that way. I got this one going this way, just like that, just like so. Then we're going to be taking these, which are actually marked. So you can see here's right, there's left. So we go right here, and we go left. This one has a little tab on it, just like that. And then next I'm going to bring this piece in, and it is going to be going on top of those, just like that, okay? And then we're going to take and put our screws into those 4 holes right there. I want it to be as tight as I can so there's no light bleed, on this side. All right, so perfect. We're going to take this piece right here. Notice the weird configuration? Well, the reason for that is because of how it has to sit right on here. So we put this like this, then we're going to be taking and putting 2 more screws in. All right, now we should be able to put on our eyes, just like this, which stay on, look, because of our magnets. Pretty good. All right, so that's the first stage. The rest of our magazine does have information in it about the evolution of the suit and its colors, including the black suit. You got the secret of the Iron Spider here. You got Spider-Man armor in general. You've got other people's suits as well as the white suit. And up here is our Iron Spider. And then of course we have the multiverse down here, the Spider-Verse. Over here we have some information about Stan Lee, which is pretty cool. Spider-Man is his baby. And now on to number 2. This one gets into Spider-Man's origins, his saga, the media campaign. It is very cool. And it's cool that the person that put manuals together is actually a huge Spider-Man fan, and even told me some things that didn't get to be put inside of this series because they kind of fell outside. They weren't exactly part of the Marvel storyline. So now we're getting our other set right here. Again, I'll kind of peel it one corner here, and there we go. That takes that off. Flip it over here and pop that out. Now we're going to be dealing with the pieces that tie in with the back of the head, as well as some of the electronics, and we're even going to be able to test those electronics before we're done. So, oh yeah, it's into the whole. Remember, I ran across these last time and I was like, I don't know what order to put these in. Now we're gonna know. There's our screws and our battery case, which actually I already have one that's pre-filled with batteries. All right, so we're gonna be taking two different boards here, and they do matter which one goes where. So the one with just one connector goes on this side, like so. And you can also tell because you'll see that the screw holes, they only line up in one direction. So, got this. There's one. We got two. And there's one. Then this one has two in it right there. Go, like that. There we go. Next, what we're going to do is I'm going to be taking this wire right here, which first thing I'm going to do on that wire is I'm going to mark it with this number 1. Zip. Alright, about halfway down, right about here. I'll stick that on there like this, and then I'll just wrap it around like a flag, like that. Boom, baby. There we go. Number 1. All right. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to be taking and connecting it from one side. So this side right here, right? Just like this. Right? That one's in there. And then I'm going to be connecting it across. And they say to do this little loop. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Little loop like that. And then I'm going to be connecting it over here on this one as well on the top here. Just like that. Okay. Alright, so we got that thing that goes around like that and has the little number 1 on it. Next I'm going to be taking this other cable right here. As you can see, both sides are identical, so it doesn't matter which direction, but I'm going to be connecting it on here into this one right here. So just like that. Okay. Pulling it down here through the neck. Alright, that wire is going to have the number 2 on it. With that, we've now got our wires done. Next, we're going to be doing some neck pieces. So, this piece right here is going to come in, and it fits right underneath that other part that we did. Look at that. Look how nice that looks. Isn't that clean looking? And of course, we're wanting to hold that in now using some screws. And then okay, next I'm going to put this aside. I'm going to bring this and this over. Again, has kind of an odd shape to it, right? But slides on right here, just like this. And then I'm going to take 2 screws and put those right here. Oh, there we go. I think this will be like Iron Man. I need those screws really nice and tight. Alright, now with that, we're going to be putting this part onto this part with that wire going down the center like this. So just like this. I'm now going to put this together. So okay, all right, and that is that. All right, now we're going to take these sides for a minute here, and we're going to be taking these pieces like this, and we're just going to stick them just inside of here, just like that. See how that fits nicely on those? Just like that. And then taking the other one, same thing, sticking onto those little pieces right there, and it makes these nice little grooves. Then I'm going to take those same pieces and slide them on just like this. So we get this cool detail right here. Same thing over here. Popping it on just like that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to be taking some screws right into these holes right here. Secure those into place. Nice and tight, just like that. All right, those hold those into place. Back here, look down here at the edges, I'm gonna put down 2 screws there too. So one here, and then this one right here. Oh yeah, okay. So next, it looks like, and I think this is how I did last time, is like you just stick this on, and I just stuck it on like that, and then put this part on top of it. Apparently that's not how we're supposed to do it. Instead, it's a way it's supposed to go, is you take this, like this, right? And then you're gonna be screwing that together first and foremost. So I'm gonna screw that onto there using a couple of screws here. So that means my other one's the back of it. The head is not exactly put together right. I'm taking it, I'm sticking it into here like this, pulling it around and snapping it into the top, putting in one last screw at the bottom down here. Perfect, just like that. So that does it right there. Now everything is done as far as the head. That's actually all the more that we do in this issue. Although you remember that I told you we have everything we need now. And not that they recommend it, but just because it looks cool. We do have, I have this right here that they gave me. I have some batteries already in one of them. And we also have this right here. I'm gonna go ahead and plug into here like this. And then with this one, I'm gonna plug into here, just like this. So just like that, and boom, there's my blue eyes. And if I flip the switch, we get the red eyes. And this was with, I have a lot of lights on in here in the studio. If we turn off those lights, you can see it a little bit better. But honestly, yeah, it looks pretty cool. Again, flick it, becomes blue. So, well, that's it. Just like that, we have this giant head, which is pretty cool. I mean, it is really quite large, I think. Like here it is compared to a quarter scale figure that I have. We'd like to thank Fanhome for taking us on this trip of discovery and bringing us out to Comic-Con, as well as being able to build, to have this exclusive ability to be able to build the first 2 stages of this long before it's going to be released. So be on the watch for it. If you want or are interested in this, be sure to check out, they do have kind of a let me know page that you can click that will kind of keep you up to date. Like, subscribe, comment below, and as always, this is your Geek Fix.